Now, the bid to assassinate former US President and Republican presidential nominee has led the BJP to draw comparisons in India. BJP leaders have listed a series of alleged threatening comments made by Congress leaders in the past to claim that such hatred is direct cause of popular leaders being targeted like Donald Trump was being targeted in the US. BJP leaders have highlighted on social media that democracy is in danger is the theme in US presidential elections, just like the opposition's Samvidhan Bachao pitch. BJP leaders also say that it is not a coincidence that the term dictator is being used by leftist lobby to brand powerful and popular leaders. Congress has also countered this narrative by talking about assassination of Rajiv Gandhi and Indira Gandhi. They accused Modi government of trying to divert focus from real issues.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement that opposition is the enemy of development and infrastructure is totally a big lie, and I think he is trying to mislead the people of this country. The unemployment is the maximum during the regime of NDA government, and the RBI, it is working on the instruction of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the figures given by them are not the actual figures.
जिस गांधी परिवार के लोगों ने शहादत दी, इस देश की एकता अखंडता के लिए शहीद हो गए, आपने तानाशाही निर्णय से उस परिवार के नेता और कांग्रेस के पूर्व राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्री राहुल गांधी जी की सुरक्षा कम कर दी, सोनिया गांधी जी, प्रियंका गांधी जी की सुरक्षा कम कर दी, जबकि अभी भी उन पर खतरा है। तो ये जो तमाशा है, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सब दिखाई पड़ रहा है। सत्ता का जो अहंकार बीजेपी के नेताओं को है, आने वाले में समय जनता उसको उतारेगी।
All right. Meanwhile, as the politics rages here, there is probe that is happening in the United States. Former U.S. President Donald Trump narrowly survived an assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. Trump is safe but has sustained a bullet wound to his ear. One civilian rally-goer was killed and two others critically injured in the attack, while the shooter has been neutralized by Secret Service agents. But there are a number of lapses that have now come to fore. We've pieced together the most significant images and sequence of events from the fateful shooting. Here is how it all played out.
And look what happened to our country.
The assassination bid on former US President Donald Trump has led to many questions being asked of the Secret Service, which is entrusted with keeping all current and former presidents of the US as well as main election contenders safe. Trump had barely begun his speech at Butler, Pennsylvania, when multiple shots were fired in his direction, one of them grazing his ear. Trump was quickly surrounded by the Secret Service and other law enforcement officers and evacuated from the stage. He pumped his fists, mouthing the word "fight" multiple times while being taken away. While Trump was taken to hospital, the Secret Service neutralized the shooter. Unfortunately, one rally-goer was killed and two were critically injured in the firing. A video shot from behind Trump showed how a Secret Service sniper perched on an adjoining building appeared to notice the shooter and shot back at precisely the same moment. It's unclear whether this was the shot that neutralized the shooter, but it was too late. It emerged quickly that the shooter had reached an elevated position, which was a low industrial shed adjoining the rally venue. A video of the incapacitated sniper was shot by people in the surrounding areas. A later photo showed security officials on top of the same shed with the shooter. An assault rifle is said to have been recovered. An aerial view of the rally venue reveals what the Secret Service didn't foresee. With Trump addressing a rally about the size of a football field, the shed the shooter had used and its proximity to Trump's stage become apparent. A photographer, Doug Mills, is said to have caught a photograph of the bullet as it whizzed past Trump. The alleged bullet looked no more than a silver streak in the photograph. Another video has come to light from the general area in the rally venue where the shooter's bullets would have landed. In the video, Trump can be seen wrestled to the ground by Secret Service staff as pandemonium broke out in the crowd.
The state police have been in regular contact with the governor's office, and the full support and assets of the entire agency are behind the FBI and our other federal and municipal partners to assist with this investigation. The thoughts and prayers of the Pennsylvania State Police are likewise with the victims of this terrible act. We are prepared to support this investigation in any way, shape, or form, and we stand ready to participate in a full, fair, and competent and thorough investigation.
Take a look what happened. In their joint briefing, the FBI and the Secret Service stated that there were many suspicious events that took place, and they conceded that they are looking at eyewitness claims that they saw a shooter on the shed and had warned the law and order authorities.
Probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police are like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling.
Now, U.S. President Joe Biden, who had to cut short his visit to come back to the White House to Washington, D.C., has reacted to the incident. He says there is no place for violence in U.S. politics.
I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. Every agency in the federal government, and I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
And it has generated a lot of consternation across the world. Here is a compilation of all the global reactions.
I was shocked by the terrible scenes at former President Trump's campaign event in Pennsylvania. I'm relieved by the news that the former president is safe and doing fine, and I wish him and his family well. I applaud the swift work of US security agencies. I'm also saddened by reports that a member of the audience has lost their life and other attendees have been injured, and I send my condolences on behalf of Australia to their loved ones in this time of grief.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also reiterated what Biden said earlier. There is no place for violence in politics. Time for us to take a very quick break.